Top 6 Unbelievable Buildings. Rafts ants are incredibly good builders, and when they work together, they can make some amazing structures, especially the fire ants, who can construct the structure with their bodies. These species are native to wet climates and have set up a way to survive situations. In the case of thunderstorm season, as the water damages their houses, the fire ants leave the nest immediately and also band together to form a raft. In seconds, the clump will flatten and spread so they can float for weeks without drowning the ants. They'll rise atop each other to form a solid mass around the factory's stem in the shape of the Eiffel Tower, occasionally as high as 30 ants. It takes a lot of cooperation to survive a catastrophe, and fire ants cooperate in the knockouts of thousands to make rafts of their bodies float until the water subsides. Bridges' army ants form colonies of millions, yet have no endless home. They march through the jungle each night in the hunt for new rustling ground as per sources. A single raid can be 20 meters wide and 100 meters long, comprising further than 200,000 ants running at 13, gathering up to 3,000 prey objects per hour to steal food from other insects. The army ants will make massive islands with their bodies. Some of the ants will form the structure of the ground and stay stationary, while other ants steal the food and bring it back across the ground. Self-assembling into structures requires an extreme degree of collaboration, and unexpectedly, this is achieved without any leaders or external arrangements. Consequently, these army ants don't have to communicate with each other or assess the size of the structure. The parcels of the group are modified simply by individuals seeing and correcting their own mistakes. Mounds of Australian meat ants, also known as gravel ants, are known to construct unthinkable mounds in large open areas. The mounds are generally covered with clay or sticks, which act as a heat sink enmeshing solar energy during the day. These structures have numerous entrances, which can be seen as small holes each over the mounds. But interestingly enough, each hole leads to its separate gallery, and these individual galleries aren't connected within the mounds. Mounds are generally located in open, unshaded areas and will dislocate nests that come shadowed by overhanging branches. Still, the new queens leave the colony and start to dig a new nest in the vicinity of the old one, if the reports are believed. Frequently, workers from the mature colony execute the queens that dig too close to the being nest, but occasionally they help them start the new colony nests. Weaver ants live on trees and are known for their unique nest. Their structures are elliptical, and they're erected by connecting leaves with silk produced by their larvae. The process begins with scouts heading out to find a splint or leaves that feels just the right quantum of fresh and flexible. On discovering such a splint, the scout uses a variety of chemical signals to summon its associates. Hundreds of ants soon arrive, and the laborious task of construction goes into action. They instantly get the walls of their new castle ready by either cutting a large single splint into a lower foldable corridor or bringing together multiple leaves. While lower nests can be constructed with a single splint, large nests can be made up of nearly 300 leaves. Ant hills and hill art has come to increasingly popular both as an art form and as a way for scientists to learn further about unthinkable structures. Ant hills were simply piles of fine soil, beach, or complexion, occasionally with pine needles. Reportedly, some species use bitsy sticks, which they mix with dirt or beach, creating a strong bond that offers protection from the rainfall. Frequently, the soil contains seeds that sow and grow on top of the anthill, effectively disguising its shape and appearance. As the worker ants dig out the colony's covers, they dispose of the displaced soil by carrying it back out of the colony and depositing it near the entrance. The shape of the ant hill depends upon different species of ants. Some produce soft, low hills out of dirt or beach, while others might make a palace. These small apartments are used for nurseries, storing food, and indeed as resting places for the worker ants.